Hi, happy Monday, and welcome to Now, the fun show hosted by me, Curtis P. Now, today to kick the entire show off, we have to talk about one big topic, that being Flappy Bird. Apparently, it's a thing. So much of a thing that it took off, it blasted off in the App Store and the Google Play Store. It became one of the most popular gaming apps on both sides of the market. At peak times, the app was actually bringing in over $50,000 a day in ad revenue. That's a lot of money, which would be good news for the creator Don Nugent, but unfortunately, he tweeted the following: "I'm sorry, Flappy Bird users, 22 hours from now, I will take Flappy Bird down. I cannot take this anymore." The internet officially just started freaking out, since of course this was one of the most addicting games that is currently making its rounds. People pointing to the fact that maybe it's legal issues surrounding the game, because if you look at it here, kinda reminds me of like a Nintendo title. Though another tweet saying, "It's not anything related to legal issues, I just can't keep it anymore." Also tweeting that he's not interested in actually selling the game, so a rather strange case of going from nothing to super success and then regretting it all the way apparently. So now that it's officially not available on the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store, phones with it pre-installed are selling like crazy. I took a quick little look on eBay for phones with Flappy Birds pre-installed. If you're looking for an iPhone 4S, well, there's a 32 gig version that comes in at $88,000. Maybe that's not enough. Maybe you want an iPad Air. Well, there's one for $89,000. And there's an iPhone 4S at 16 gigs that is currently selling, and there are people bidding on it, that is worth £153,000. Keeping in mind, that's pounds, not dollars, so it's basically like almost double. That's a crazy amount of money for a phone with just a game pre-installed. All those phones are still currently being sold, so there's really no like record amount for the top phone. The one thing that kind of irks me here, the fact that if you buy a phone with it pre-installed, keep in mind that that app is actually registered to a whole different account, and if you log in and try to put apps onto the phone from another account, that app might just disappear. So that super expensive over-the-top phone you just paid for might be completely worthless. From that, let's jump into the world of quick news now, where the oldest star in the universe has been discovered. The star comes in at 13.6 billion years old. Scientists stating it's like a time capsule. It allows them to study the chemistry of the very first stars. This discovery was made by the Australian National University. Jumping to surprising Olympic news now, as President Putin actually met with Dutch speed skater Irene Wust. The part that makes this entire story interesting, well, Irene is the first openly gay gold medalist at the Games. Yes, that's right, Putin actually met with a gay Olympian at the Olympics. She even said that she got a cuddle from Putin, whatever that means. I would assume it's a very cold, like, weird hug. Gaming news, if you're interested in Watch Dogs, well, it has a release date or release time frame coming up. Ubisoft says that Watch Dogs will be making its way to the digital and physical shelves sometime in the first quarter of 2014. Or basically fiscal 2014-15, which makes it April to June, which is really weird. No other news has come out since the game was actually pushed back a few months ago. And Rob Ford back in the news as he's joining the ranks of everybody else here on YouTube. Yes, the Ford Nation is coming to YouTube. It'll be his brand new platform for him to actually answer questions. He'll also be giving statements without the traditional media intervening. Basically, it's a way for him to tell information without people asking questions about his crack, or, you know, his drinking, or, you know, whatever else he's up to these days. And last in the world of interesting news here, NASA is accepting applications for mining on the moon. NASA plans to work with private companies to make the first steps towards mining on the moon. The plan is to mine many of the rare resources on the moon, like helium-3. An interesting note for all of this, back in 1967, the Outer Space Treaty from the UN actually prohibited countries from actually laying claim to the moon. So countries can't own the moon, but it didn't really outlaw individuals. This is where lunar mining could have a little bit of an issue with the people who have already bought moonland, because you can just go online and like buy a section of the moon. So it may be necessary in the future to actually develop a treaty for private companies to own space bodies, like the moon. Also, to the people out there who have bought sections of the moon, good luck trying to defend it from people who are up there mining it, because you're on Earth and they're on the moon. Unless you're standing on your ground, I think it's gonna be a free-for-all. But that's just my opinion, and I wanna know yours. How do you feel about the possibility of companies mining the moon in the future for resources? You can let me know in the comment section down below. You can also let me know what you think about moon mining on my Facebook page, Twitter account, or through Google+. Links to all that and the other topics I talked about in today's episode in the description down below. Check out all the links down there, tons of really cool stuff. Of course, if you enjoyed today's show, why not hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe even share the show with your friends. Until next time, I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now. And I'm gonna go buy some moonland. Then I'm gonna go to the moon, and I'm gonna defend my land! My moonland, not yours.